Clearly, Mikel Arteta does want to bring in a striker. They're working in these final days to try and make that happen. Benjamin SESKO is a long-term target, but Leipzig say not for sale, got a deal until 2029. They've also looked at Matheus Cunha as well. Again, Wolves under no pressure to sell, contract until 2027.
How rare is that at that age for a player like him?
That's what we love about him. You know that he's willing to take the initiative to make things happen. He's very aggressive when he's got the ball and so confident, because you don't do that. Because before that he had another action, very similar one. He made the right choice. He went for it. He's a player that has the capacity to finish from every angle, basically, and it was a very important goal.
I know a few weeks ago you spoke about him potentially in a few years developing into a centre forward because of his finishing ability. But that goal, I think we've probably seen it a few times this season, not just for Arsenal, but for England as well. Is that something, I guess, becoming normal for you guys to see now?
Yes, it's very natural for him. You can see the way he takes the touches, how he flows, how he fixes people, and then the technique is good when he's in motion, which is very rare because he's so precise in his finishing. So, yeah, put in a lot of times in that situation, and I think the outcome will be good.
So I understand. Mikel, can I just ask about David? What was the issue with him, and is he a down for City on Sunday now?
He certainly could not play, and he's injured, and that's it.
What is the injury?
Let's see how it improves.
Can I ask you as well, obviously we heard the news today about the approach for Ollie Watkins. Just on the sort of striker and forward search, is your confidence still there that you
can get someone in, or is it deteriorating as the days go by?
You know, I cannot talk about any of that. My confidence is that we have an amazing club and people working always to try to improve, and let's see what happens.
Isan?
Hi, Mikel. Bit early to say, but in terms of the keeping situation, if David is injured for a few games or gets injured later in the season, do you think Neto is able to deputise for him this season, or do you possibly need another keeper?
Yes, that's why he's here, to do that job, and he's done it for 20 odd years in his career.
What did you make of his performance today? Because obviously there's some jittery moments out there.
I'm very happy, first of all, that he played. Obviously, it's been 7 months, 8 months almost since he played his last competitive match, and it's not easy. So very happy that he played and we won the game.
And obviously finishing in the top 8 of the Champions League, it's about £7-8 million just for finishing in the top 8. How much of a big coup is that for the club? Obviously, with the transfers and whatnot,
that's for the board, but I'm sure that they are really happy with that, and the fact that we won today as well, because it's a financial incentive, obviously, there.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
We asked you a lot about maths after the last Champions League game. How have you found the idea of 4 potential opponents that you don't know quite yet, and that preparation going into those games?
Yeah, let's see. We love watching Champions League matches. We're going to have the privilege to be sitting at home and analysing and watching who we can face for afterwards. So, really good at the moment. Things are going well.
Mikel, I know you wouldn't have felt comfortable throughout this whole league phase, but it does feel as though Arsenal have just been comfortable in qualifying, and with all the injuries, all the missing players, just how impressed have you been with how the squad has handled this competition?
Yeah, I never felt it like this, because it's so tough. I think we won the last 4 games in the Champions League, but what you have to do to win football matches in this competition is very demanding. We faced a group that it was very tricky and difficult, but overall, I think, as you said, the team has been very consistent regardless of all the issues that we had to face, and hopefully more belief in that dressing room that we're a good team and we can face anybody and still perform and win games.
And is it nice that you can put your feet up for a little bit and watch the playoffs, and then you can then get stuck in and you don't have to worry about those playoffs anymore?
Yeah, obviously 2 games with the schedule that we have is a lot, and again, time to watch those opponents, a little bit more time for us to prepare and focus in other competitions. So I think it's a really positive thing.